So let's get on to journaling. Yes, Flat Stanley's here. He was very patient during all that fairy business going on, but he does not like to be left out. No, he doesn't. So we did take him to the Memorial Day Parade. Now we went to, I guess it's a small town, but it's much bigger than the town I live in. And they had a Memorial Day Parade. So Flat Stanley, Mr. Possum, and I decided to go to see the parade. Last year we went to the parade in our town on the 4th of July. We've done that a few times. We're new in this town. And I just keep laughing because it's such a small hometown parade. And if you haven't seen that video, I can link that below. So we went to a town over, which I thought was much bigger than our town. This is the town where there's a Walmart and a McDonald's. So exciting. And a Dollar Tree. So if we want to go to the store, usually we go up to that town, and that is Brooklyn, Connecticut. And that is also the town where I filmed the haunted house video. And I will link that below too, because there's one woman who lives on the green that just goes all out on Halloween and decorates her front lawn. It's so much fun. And that is also where the agricultural fair is. They have a big fairground there. So there's a lot going on in that town, even though it's still a small town. It's much bigger than where we live. So I expected their Memorial Day parade to be just a little bit bigger than our hometown 4th of July parade. No, it wasn't. It was a lot of fun. I think the actual ceremony with the laying of the wreath and everything was probably longer than the parade. But still, we had a wonderful day, and it was so nice to see the little Cub Scouts come up, the Boy Scouts, I should say. The Boy Scouts come up and lay the wreaths in front of the memorial for those who have served our country and lost their lives. I threw a whole bunch of stuff on the table, and I printed out some pictures, so let's get started. Now, of course, this will be a page in my spring journal that is very chunky and almost full. And I thought it would be a perfect spot for a red, white, and blue page across from my red, white, and blue Yankee page over here. So this I got at the flea market this past Sunday, and I just took it out of the dryer. Along with a bunch of other things that I got, and I will share those with you for Thrifty Thursday. A lot of threads on there. And I thought, wow, this would be perfect to make a flip on this page, I can cut a piece of this that has a couple of stars and some of the red and white stripes, and that would be perfect. We did lower our flag to half-mast for Memorial Day. Now I took out a bunch of paper here, and I thought they had some flower paper that matched this red, white, and blue, but I don't know, I can't find it right now. I think I have some smaller pieces around somewhere, but I wanted a larger piece for the background, so I took out this red, white, and blue. And I love the little owl right there. And it's part of a set. That's not part of it. That I got at the flea market. It's double-sided. It's got little owls. It's got blue polka dots. Plain blue on that side. And then there's a lighter blue in the package. And then a couple of extra little owls, and then the word smile. Some dark blue there. And then I took out these blue butterflies because nothing says Memorial Day like blue butterflies. I figured, well, I can add red and that would make it red, white, and blue. There's some more butterflies. And I like this. This is thin paper, but that's pretty cool. Blue and white. And we did have our first watermelon on Memorial Day. And I got that paper out. There's some more of that red, white, and blue paper. And then I printed out a couple of larger pictures on cardstock. I want to make some journaling cards and a pocket, I guess. And this was my collection of red, white, and blue flowers from the Dollar Tree with a bow on it from the Dollar Tree. And one of my patriotic clings on the front window. And I had to up the contrast a lot because it came out very dark. So that's why the grass looks yellow in the background. But I'll probably just cut him out. And I'll probably cut around that too. Put them on a journaling card of some kind, and I threw out some more scraps. And then I had this from the flea market that looked like Memorial Day, or maybe it could be 4th of July too. But this was a border that someone had made. It's got double-sided tape on the back of it. It's a little bit sticky. And I got one for every month. And then, of course, I found these stickers. I love these hearts. I would imagine that would be easy to make if you had some painty paper and it just has, you know, do it red, white, and blue, and it's got a little gold paint on there. Or you know what, you can collage the different colors of paper. Ooh. Maybe I'll have to make some of those. Maybe that could be a 4th of July project. I got bottle rockets going off, so that's more like 4th of July. I've got Congress here. I like this hat. Washington Monument, and then some more flags. So we got plenty to work with. All right, I did pre-cut the blue butterflies to fit on this page. And I was thinking that I wanted to put a ruffle or a piece of lace or something along the edge here. But then I remembered this, and I was like, ooh, I do want to use this. And I've got plenty here. I can do a memorial page in my spring journal, and I can do a 4th of July page in my summer journal if I wanted to. So I think I just might make a fabric flip. So let me cut this down. Oh, and you're not going to find out how much I paid for this until I do my haul. Okay, I just ripped it so it's the same size as, oh, you know what? This is unidirectional. Got to get everything going in the right direction. I just snipped it and ripped it. Snipped it and ripped it. Now, I was going to take it over to the machine, but I really don't feel like doing that. I'm going to put a little glue stick on there just to tack it down for a moment. Get it where I want it. And I think you have to put it just a little bit crooked because, you know, when you rip it, it's not always printed. Let's see. There you go. Yeah, see, it's got to be a little crooked on the top, but that makes the sides a little straighter. So we will go with this. And I am going to hand stitch this. Well, I had to get up and go over to the sewing machine anyway, because that's where the needles were. All right, I want a nice bright red. And I think I'll use, this is craft embroidery thread. It's not the real 6-strand embroidery thread. It's just like a braided, twisted thread that the kids use to make bracelets and things out of. So I think I'll just use that across the top. Nothing fancy. If you don't sew, you can glue. You can machine stitch it. You can hand stitch it. Now, if you don't hand stitch, maybe you might want to give it a try. Sewing on paper and material, just a simple running stitch. We call this slow stitching. Nothing fancy, nothing perfect. I can't even tie a knot. I know people do this magical thing where they go like this and there's a knot at the end, but old school, I guess. Oh, I picked my giant needle. Okay, so making sure this is exactly the way I want it. I'm just going to start at the edge. And you know, it's going to be easier to do that from the other side because I cannot see the edge of the paper on this side. So, I guess I'm going to sew from this side. So Memorial Day was also the first day we got corn on the cob. I don't know where it came from. It's not local. There's no corn growing here in May. So I'm sure it was from down south. So we had our burgers on the grill. Oh. We had our burgers on the grill. So I'm trying not to, oh, you know what? What a dummy, Possum Patty. Come on now. I'm trying to keep this from getting caught under the needle. And all I really need to do is clip it. Duh. Ooh, I got my needle minder here with a little ladybug on it. That's a project coming up very shortly. So I was saying we had, what, where was I? Oh, we had corn on the cob, we had watermelon, we had burgers on the grill. Had a parade. You know what? I can turn it this way and see what I'm doing. And then I can turn it this way and see what I'm doing. And then I can turn it this way. See, I don't care if it's exactly straight. I'm just trying not to go off the edge of the paper. Which I cannot see from the other side. I just slide the thread under one of the stitches to knot the back. All right, now that is here. Now, what did I do? What did I do with the needle? I threw it down on the table instead of putting it on my magnet minder, my magnet needle minder. You know what? I'm going to put it on this side because that's where I threw it down. So I'll be looking for it over there. All right, so far we got a flag and we've got blue butterflies. I might as well just go ahead and do the whole page and then I will glue it into the journal. So let's grab some paper. Stickers. Okay, we got stickers. We got this. I don't think I'm going to use that. Maybe I'll save that for the 4th of July. I was thinking down here, make a little tuck and put a couple of cards with the pictures. So I'm going to cut this. And what I'm going to do is a little rippy like that. And then I'm going to put a little bit of this. Oh, wait a minute. Do I want to put a flag or an owl? Or an owl and a flag? Or a red, white, and blue heart and an owl. Where's those little owls? They only gave you 2 in this pack. But there are lots more. You just have to cut them out. But this guy is the same as that guy almost. go ahead and cut this guy out. I'm gonna leave a little white border because that's the easiest way to cut. So I'm going to glue him down. This is the watery glue. And then I'm going to rip this out. Stay down. Don't move. And maybe a red, white, and blue heart. Oh, that's a cute one right there. Whichever one will fit once I get this down. Now this is thin paper, so I think I'm just going to use the glue stick. And now we're going to find a heart that will fit nicely. Well, I could put a couple of hearts. These are very sticky. I wonder if it needs extra glue or not. Let's see. Put some other ones on there. Ooh, oh man, I just ripped that one. One over here. You know, they don't show up a lot, do they? I tried a whole bunch of different pens. I couldn't get the white ones to work. I need white pens. And the other ones, well, the green shows up, but I don't want green on here. So we're just going to have to go with gold. Go with the gold. It already has some gold accents on it. I probably should have just backed the stickers with something. This is dry gold gouache, and you add a little water to it, maybe a little more water. Probably need to put more paint in there. So I'm just gonna do a painty thing around the hearts. Just, I don't know. Just because I feel like they need something around them. And it is fun to paint on everything. It's fun to sew on everything, and it's fun to paint on everything. I'm not trying for a perfect outline. I'm just trying to get some gold on there. In my mushroom fairy journal, I call this pixie dust or fairy dust when I splatter it on everything. Well, I believe the pocket is dry now. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this into the journal. And while that, oops, oops, I don't know, I'm just not loving this new camera stand. There's like no room to work here. It takes up too much room on the table. Too much room, too much room. Okay. I think I'll put glue stick in the middle and tacky glue around the edge. And I'm thinking about journaling cards. I think I left the cap off of this glue last night. All of a sudden it's very dry. And I lost the cap to this. Oh, Mr. Possum yawning. One thing about adding that little bit of tacky glue is that you can slide it around for a few seconds if you don't get it in the right place. But we don't have to be exact here. Gold paint on here. There must be gold paint everywhere on my desk. That's okay. No problem. It's coming off of here. No, this is dry. Okay, so there's my foundation and my flip and my pocket. Okay, here's what happened. Pooped out last night. Yes, I did. And I took everything over to the couch and I sat there with my nice little tray that Mr. Possum made, and I did some sewing. And the first thing that I did was stitch this trim to the bottom of the flip. Now this is a nice wide, thick trim, and what that's going to do is just kind of manage this material a little bit so it'll be easy to flip it up and down. And as you can see, I chose the red and white chevrons, and I just hand stitched it, you know, nothing fancy. Just went around the edge a little bit. And then I worked on the journaling cards. And I did sew, and it's going to be hard to see, all around the edge there. And put a button in the middle. And this is a photo of the memorial in Brooklyn, Connecticut. And I didn't put a button there. And then on this one, again, I sewed all around the edge. Not worrying about whether it was even or not, just kind of whip stitched it through the cardstock here. I did add a button and a flag. And this is my sister in the color guard doing a Memorial Day service at Port 5, which is like, you know, American veterans, but it's Port 5, port, because it's, I guess, Navy. It's down on the Long Island Sound. And I put a flag because she's carrying a flag because she's in the color guard. So that was their Memorial Day service. And you can see where I put the button. Got the strings hanging down there. And, oh, TT's on my seat. So I did all that last night. And now I have to upload my video. I have to edit my video and upload it. Before I finish, though, I wanted to add something to the back of the journaling cards. And this is one of those window clings. I love the caravan, as it's called in Australia, or camper, as it's called in the U.S. It says freedom. And I am just going to, it's too big to go that way, I'm just going to stick it on this way. I'm just going to plop it right down on there. That's all I wanted to do. And then I printed out the red, white, and blue bouquet of flowers from the Dollar Tree. And I made it very tiny because I didn't want to cover up my owl. Aw. I love the owl. Didn't want to cover him up. So I printed these out with my Canon Ivy mini printer. And I'm going to put that down there. And so now my journaling cards are done. And my sewing is done. And I have another page completed. I still have about a half a dozen more to do. And maybe I will get this finished up before the end of June. It was supposed to be done by the beginning of June, but you know, no stress, no stress. I do love it. How colorful and fun and interactive with cards and a pocket and a flip. Perfect for Memorial Day. So, thanks for coming along today. And if you are in the U.S., happy Memorial Day. And to everyone, happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.